Hi, I'm Roberto Martinez and you're watching Toffee TV.
Welcome to Toffee Tweets, Toffee TV with me, Ped and Baz. This is a new feature we're going to be having every week where we let you tell us your feelings about the game. We ask for all your responses from the 3-0 win over Newcastle. Hashtag Toffee Tweets. And we're going to read some of them out now. First one comes from Joe Jennings, the famous Joe Jennings from SOS. Don't talk about him. Much more incisive and our passing, more energy and urgency in our play. Lukaku and Lennon, excellent. What do you think about that?
Yeah, spot on. Yeah.
Tom Poole, ESC says, good result, but we need to swerve Osman and build the team around Barkley. Rotate Gibson and Bessage. Controversial.
Swerve Osman, he was fantastic yesterday, but I think he's probably talking more long term.
I think no one will argue with that. Goodison_Road says, what a difference having two strikers on the pitch made today. Couldn't fault our players. Romelu Lukaku was, next tweet, different class. We had a lot more going forward than usual today. Can't argue with that either. I thought two strikers again was fantastic. We're going to go into a lot more of this on the main video, obviously. Right.
I've got one.
Go on.
Julie Fire, I think it is, simply says, I love Everton.
Fair enough.
So do we.
Adam Bennett says, finally a good tempo forward passing game. Hope it was Martinez deciding to change things and not told or forced on him. I don't think anyone forces anything on the manager at Everton Football Club. It is completely down to the manager. It will always come from him. And who would be forcing it on him?
I think
the fans? I don't think so. I think the fans play the part, but I don't think they can force a manager to do anything.
Not this manager.
No.
Jamie and Wallacey, great to see that desire, thirst and passion. Our lads wanting the ball again and mixing it up on the pitch.
Definitely, I think the passion was there to be seen by everyone, and as you say, mixing it up, it's something.
What was great?
Go on.
The Colaccini incident. And why it was great, because you had 2 or 3 players right on the scene. Gibson to the referee, McCarthy in the face, and look, you're talking about respect and everything else, but this has been a criticism of Everton this season, that nobody seems to care about what's going on.
Yeah.
There was a lot of passion there, and well done, Gibbo.
Right, Kakura Ben says, if we keep playing this well, and assuming we're in Europa for the long haul, what's the highest we can finish in the league? I don't know, top 10. There's still plenty of points to play for, still 27 points to play for. I think we can easily win another 4 games, no problem. I think what the manager will be saying is aim for the top 10 and stay and win the Europa League. That'll be the aim, won't it?
Be lovely. I think the thing is, when you look at those fixtures, I mean, I looked at these early on and thought if we can be 5 or 6 points off Champions League places going into these last 10, we're going to be in business. It hasn't worked out like that, obviously, but certainly 9 games that are very, very winnable.
Right, Bobby Blue Nose has said having Gibbo and Ozzy in the 11 made a massive difference. 2 players with killer forward passes in their locker. I think he's got a good point. Players in the midfield who go pass it forward and not pass it backwards. I think that's a big obvious point, isn't it? You know, Ozzy likes to go forward. Gibson certainly likes to go forward. I think that made a big difference.
Massive difference to the way we've been playing. Poggy Mac, we're still in need of width on both sides. As good as Leon was, a winger on the left could make a big difference.
Yeah, but I think he's spot on there. Gavin from Autoglass, are you in the advert? Says, good performance. Good to see Martinez change things up. More results could bring us top 10. Exactly what we've just been saying there. I think we've definitely got another 4 wins and there's no problem. Porcho Rosso _1878 said, I hope we keep both Atsu and Lennon. Natural whiff, but I miss Pienaar. We all miss Pienaar.
Kieran D, moved the ball with pace and accuracy, largely due to no Barry or Naismith. Lukaku on his game with the support.
Definitely. Casey Dorgan says, season ticket holder, had christening, missed yesterday. Now all my family don't want me back because we won. I feel like Alex Niarco. Is some bald fella running after you for your shirt?
I was going to say, yeah, but I think, Blu-ray, 1978. Gibson's forward passing made the difference compared to playing Barry or Bessage with James McCarthy. Speeds up attacks hugely. I think he does, doesn't he?
Definitely. Lot of similar feeling. A lot of these tweets. A lot of people really happy with the changes yesterday, I think. Who else have we got? We've got Peter 82 Meta says Martin had shown willingness to try mix it up. Wish he'd done it earlier, but still learning for him as well. I think that's right. I think this, you know, he's still feeling what's right about the team. Johnny H. Bauer says, why do you think Rom took the penalty yesterday instead of Baines?
Because he took one the other night and scored, and he took one against young boys and scored.
I think that's it, and I don't think Baines has ever really wanted to be the penalty taker. I think it's just been thrust upon him, and he is good at it. But I think Lukaku, being confident and wanting it, you know, and has had the last couple as well.
I think the other thing is, since he's been on penalties, we've had 3 in the last 5 or 6 games. We'll leave him on them. I think the thing with Lukaku taking him is centre forward. They want to get goals, and it's a way to get goals, isn't it?
Right, the Tall Hobbit, cracking name.
What a name.
Said, was the performance as convincing as the scoreline? I think it was, and I think we could have had a lot more.
I think we should have had a lot more. I think Tim Krul's made 3 or 4 really, really good saves to prevent it. We also had a couple off the line, so yeah, I think so.
Everton Canada said, obvious one here, no Naismith or Barkley. Starting looked balanced. Coincidence?
I think the proof is in the pudding, isn't it? I think we played really well. We did look balanced and it worked. Whether or not it's down to Naismith or Barkley not playing, I don't know, but there was certainly a better balance.
Yeah, and he also says, and Tim Howard, why isn't Martinez seeing just what a liability he is?
Might be a liability. We're not as big as fan, but the 2 times he was called upon, he made 2 really, really important saves. And the one early on from Williamson, arguably changed the game.
It did, yeah. So. Jay Wilson 27 says Lennon was outstanding. Howard was solid. Wasn't tested much, but he did well what he had to do. We've missed Osman.
I'd never have said that a few weeks ago, but he certainly, for me, Thursday night he changed the game against Kiev, and he was fantastic.
Right, bit of a change up here. Serendipity Nye says, improve MLS by getting all the matches on TV in the US. All right, I don't think there's much we can do about that, to be honest.
We'll try.
Talking about the MLS, we had brilliant feedback on our video from last week. Absolutely brilliant feedback. Lots of yous out there watching it, lots of you commenting on it as well on YouTube. Brilliant interaction.
Fantastic, yeah. Fantastic.
That's exactly what we want. We want you to get in touch. Well, listen, without going into all the videos, a lot of people talking about how they like the playoffs and how it suits America, and basically what a lot of people were saying as well is, why would you want to be in a league where it's all you can worry about is doom and gloom and only a couple of teams can win it, and you know all you've got to worry about is finishing 10th or relegation, whereas what we've got is all our teams going to win the league. Can't really argue with that, can you really? That's a really, really good point. But what I would say to that is, and what I did say to that on people on YouTube was, we've got 92 teams to worry about in this country. America only has, well, they don't only have, but what the MLS would like them to think about is only 20 teams to think about. And having no relegation means you don't have to worry about those other teams who are not in the MLS. You don't have to worry about, you know, your New York Cosmos or your Fort Lauderdale Strikers or, you know, all the rest of it, all the rest out there, you know, Sacramento, who Preki is the manager of. You don't have to worry about all them. According to the MLS, it's a little bit elitist. It's a little bit elitist, that, isn't it? But basically, that's a really good point that was made. Teams in the MLS, it's all positivity. We've got something to fight for, and it's winning something. We don't have to worry about whatever Tony's been worrying about.
I think the 2-team shout was brilliant, because there really is only 2 teams who can win the Premier League.
But what I would say to that is, give it 10 years and all them elite teams over here will sod off and make their own big tournaments, and we will go back to fighting for that one thing. Even if it does seem a little bit, you know, crap by then, because everyone else will be playing in the super oil-based.
Listen, positivity.
Yeah. But thanks for all your comments, and make sure you keep watching them, keep getting in touch about them. Any discussions that you'd like us to have in this segment that are not to do with Everton, please let us know. We'll have a chat about them, whether it be the Classico coming up at the weekend, or what's going on, you know, at the top of the Italian league, or what's going on in France with Zlatan saying the French don't deserve PSG, which is just an amazing shout, which he apologised for, but didn't really apologise for. Let us know. We'll talk about those things. This is a segment for everything else in the world of soccer, football. Let us know, and we'll be back next week talking about those things.